Let's take a look now that we know how to set up Lua variables off the sensors. Let's take a look at how to incorporate them in the text strings. So let's go to the application. Let's go up to inputs, and on RX1 voltage, let's pick that as a sensor, and let's pick the sensor. Let's go down to the transmitter telemetry and the receiver 1 voltage, and go back to the top here. In the sensor, in the emulator, it reports the receiver 1 voltage at 0, but if this were on an actual transmitter, we'd be reading out the receiver voltage. And what you can see we've done here is we can include a quoted value, the single quote S5-0 end quote, basically says take the value of Lua variable number S5, and again, we can rename those to anything we want. It doesn't have to be S5. It could be voltage or current or RPM. And the .0 means 0 decimal places, and insert that there. So in our panel here, where we have more than one value, we use this technique with the quoted variables. So let's have a look here at what's going on. Let's look at creating a Lua variable S5, which is going to be the percentage of charge. Okay, so let's go to Applications, Instrument Panel, Lua variables, and let's create all the way up to S5. We'll go down to S5, and we'll put here, we're going to make S5, excuse me, we're going to make S5 not just a sensor, but a Lua expression. So we'll go back down to S5 here, we'll edit the Lua expression, and we'll say that this is going to be a LiFePO battery, so LiFePO S for state of charge, and it's a function, so we'll use the open parentheses, and then we'll go back to S1, close parentheses, and back to the top, and now you can see that it's filled in the 100%, which is the value 100 with 0 decimal places, indicating the capacity of 100%. Okay, so we could do the same for, let's say, S7. So we go into Applications, Lua variables, go down, create S7, and S7 is going to come from a sensor, and the sensor here is going to come from the central box and its capacity. So that's the number of milliamp hours that have been used. That's how the central boxes report capacity. So you see now that S7 has been turned into 20 milliamp hours, which is what our sensor emulator is telling us has come out of the milliamp hours have come out of the battery powering the central box on battery 1 side. And we could do the same thing for S8. So that's how we put values into those text box expressions.